Relationship Insight for Men. I'm going to be leaving my comment for the end of the video. And if you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Are you single
Or
or married?
divorced.
Okay. Any children?
Two girls, 9 and 13 years old.
Okay. So the question I'm asking tonight is, what is the right message for women today? And you got two young girls. So what's the right message?
What's the right message for women today?
Because people often tell me, "What are you doing talking about this stuff? You're not a woman. You know what you're talking about?" Okay, well, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm asking the women. What's the right message for women? Since apparently we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, what I would say is family is important because I know a lot of women today don't really take relationships and family very seriously. So that should be top priority. Back to what we know.
Okay.
That's something I know you focus on a lot. So marriage is important, family is important. And that's something I do, advocate a lot when it comes like in terms of talking to young women, including my older daughter. I
How old
do
is
that
your
a lot.
oldest? How old is your oldest?
She's 13 years old.
And how long have you been divorced?
We've been separated for 5 years, divorced 3 years.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Huh?
I did.
How do
I
those two
know.
positions line up?
Pardon me?
How do those two positions line up? If you're saying the right message for women today is marriage and family, you were married and had a family, but then you left it.
Yes, I did. So, I filed for divorce because I live in Canada, by the way, and after moving to Canada, because of me and my husband had a visiting relationship for many years. When I moved here, things obviously changed, and I couldn't care for my children. I wasn't able to be a mother 100%, and I had to like change. And I know the only way I can do better is if I file for divorce. Like I was stressed a lot. My husband wasn't faithful, and it kind of didn't. I wasn't in a good place knowing that. So eventually, I had to just accept that okay, I cannot function here, and
Where?
pardon me.
Your husband was in Canada?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I just heard.
Hmm.
I was too weak for marriage. So I decided to be a single mother, and that's nowhere near as tough.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I really fought for my marriage. Like I suggested counseling. My husband wouldn't go with me. I did the lone track counseling. Even after we were separated, like I was going to therapy while I was still there, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing as a
You
wife,
got
all my
divorced on
wifely
what grounds?
duties.
You got divorced on.
So I basically when I filed for divorce, it was mutual. But he obviously, my husband, it wasn't. I didn't want to.
Grounds. What was the grounds?
I just said it was mutual.
It's not a mutual, ma'am. I'm doing my best, but don't do this to me.
Okay.
Ground. You have to file a ground. Was it irreconcilable differences?
Maybe that's what it was. I honestly don't remember.
How long have you been divorced?
3 years since 2019, the
Now, I
beginning
want you
of
to understand why
2019.
I'm starting to look at you a certain kind of way. You're the woman
Yes.
that came in and said marriage and family is so important.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm still hearing you filed for divorce
Yes, I
on the
did.
terms of irreconcilable differences. And what I'm hearing, what a lot of guys are hearing, here comes another woman painting herself in the victim position. It was hard. It was this. I tried, and I was a saint. I mean, the way, and maybe this isn't you, but the way so many of you women talk is like you're damn angels.
Oh,
And the men are walking around as demons, and I tried so much. He didn't want to go to counseling or therapy. But you know what the funny thing is? At the end of that story, it's 80% of the time, it is a woman's name is the plaintiff.
that's true.
So excuse me. There was a movie called was it Constantine? John Constantine. And where the Archangel Gabriel turned out to be the villain. That's what I hear when I hear a lot of you women talking all these right things. But at the end of the day, on that divorce action, your name is the plaintiff, Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hadn't filed for divorce, would your family still be together?
Yes.
Okay. So do you understand how everybody else could be just as confused as what you say? And
I
your daughter like
understand.
over there, and if marriage and family is so important, why'd you leave our daddy?
I know. I do
Do you?
understand.
Do you? Do you?
I
Because
do.
if you did, I think you would have told the story a different way. You'd have told the
Okay.
story a way to where you really understood. You told the story where you're a victim. I tried my best. I did my best, but I guess my best was, see, it was mutual. I've been doing this too long. And the funny thing is, it doesn't matter if you're in Canada, New York City, Miami, in the West, you ladies all tell the same story.
Mm-hmm.
So now, since family is so important, the next step is to go get a stepfather.
Well, I would love to get married.
Why would a
And
man, why would a man marry you when you already left your husband and the father of the kids? Why would a guy come in and take over two daughters of a woman who left her husband?
I understand.
No. I asked why.
Why? Well, I would obviously explain the reason, even though I just said I didn't get into a lot of details. So having that conversation would be important
The,
in making that person
the details,
understand.
I don't need to get into all the details.
Hmm.
But what if you got married and this man cheated, so you say? You gonna leave again?
So, to be honest with you, I always hear you talk, and that's something new.
Would you leave again?
Well, it's something that I'm looking at very differently.
How did you find out that your husband was, I'm gonna assume he was cheating. How did you find out he was cheating?
So I had people,
Somebody told
sorry. Okay, well, yeah, people reached out to me,
people like
many
who?
times.
People like who?
So random women would reach out and I would ask, and
Random women that he was dealing with?
yeah. So that was kind of made me feel real awful. Like they had
Hold on,
access to me.
Let me ask some questions.
Yeah.
So you're saying your husband was cheating. How many times did he cheat? How many women reached out to you?
I lost count because while I was in Guyana, like he was like, yeah. So when I got here, like
I'm just trying to understand, man, because
it just came out of left field.
what you're saying is, I was married and I got two kids, and my husband was cheating, and he was cheating so much that every day I came home and I had women all over the place. That's not how people move. That's the way you're telling the story, but I want to know how many women approximately. You say I lost count. Where did you stop counting?
Maybe at like 5.
Five.
Yeah.
So he cheated with. There were 5 women he cheated with, and these 5 women called you.
Messages, inbox calls, send photos, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they said, "Hey, I just want you to know I'm having an affair with your husband."
Things like that, yeah. Or doesn't want you.
Mm-hmm.
Just there and
then,
like this weird stuff.
And then when you asked him about the first woman, what?
It's not that serious. I don't want her.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm married to you.
Okay. And you were in Guyana and he was in where?
So the first time I found out, we both was in the States.
You were both where?
We were in the States, like celebrating our anniversary. Yeah.
So you were with your husband, he cheated with some woman, and this woman reached out to you and said, your husband I'm sleeping with your husband. And you confronted him, he said, I don't want her, I'm with you. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to the second or third one. The second one reached out and said what?
So by that time I was here.
And he was where?
And both of us was here.
Both of that, and
And
somebody reached out to you again.
the second time, I just saw like messages. Like I woke up and I left the room and I came back and his phone was on, and I just saw like these random photos was coming
His
through.
phone was on.
It was like, so he was texting the person, and as I walk into the room, he put on the phone. So the phone kept, but because the message kept coming through, it stayed lit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And it was just like,
Okay.
I can't wait to see you. I miss you. Been thinking about you, kind of like that. Think about it now.
No, well, okay. So he was messaging somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we asked him about it. What did he say?
He doesn't know the girl. He just met her, which was not true.
Okay. And this happened 3 more times, you say?
Yeah, it happened quite often. Okay. It was like to a point where sometimes he would not come home. Like, I'm gonna stay with my boys. I fell asleep at my boys.
Well,
it was like, no.
Well, I mean, if he was doing, that kind of stuff, that's reckless.
Yeah.
I don't make excuses for infidelity. I think if you're going to step out, you need to say something. You need to get that understood up front. Yeah. Just take the story as you say it, but I'm going to tell you, it is so unusual for women to just, I've lived on this planet for a long time, have women back to back to back contacting and okay, but let's just say it happened that way. Okay. And you wanted to go to therapy because you wanted to save your marriage, and he was okay with getting divorced.
He wasn't okay with getting divorced. He just said, I don't need therapy. I don't need to go to marriage.
But he was still but he still wanted to have relations with other women.
It's interesting. This young lady came out talking about how important family is and we're supposed to keep the family together. But she's the one who wrecked her own home and talk about the fact that he cheated, which I get, but in the vows itself, for better or for worse. That's very important. Those lines in the Bible were very important in your vows when you're getting married. So you're not supposed to just run up or run away when things get hard and because he cheated or whatever. Notice she's the one who left, not him. And this is the case a lot of times. Women nowadays are just leaving relationships because it gets too hard. They don't like the person anymore. They don't love the person anymore. And nothing in the vows says those things. But they're quick to get up and go and to seek one other person and then probably do the same thing over again, then go for another divorce. Doesn't make any sense, guys. We need to keep our families together so we can have a legacy. But not only that, we need to have a larger, bigger, stronger unit as a black people. All right, guys, continue to support Kevin Summers channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.